Metal Fortress Radio with the Beast.
I'm here sitting with the Butcher Babies. I'm Lady Rose and
the Beast.
Oh, hi. Slipknot for me was I think that was one of the first metal bands I was ever into, and the reason I even heard of them was there was a kid walking around the school in a Slipknot shirt, and it scared me.
Yeah, right? They are, yeah.
I was like in 4th grade or something, and I was like, what is it? So I had to know, and naturally we're just drawn to things that scare us, so
yeah.
I had to know, and I just became like huge into Slipknot, and even now, I mean, that just influences our music. Corey's voice is amazing. Such a humble person as well, so I think,
Yeah, and I love Slipknot as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was very influenced by Slipknot, but I grew up listening to Slayer, Iron Maiden.
You guys had a huge following before you got signed, correct?
We did, and that's why we got signed, probably. That was
And that's my next question. What?
This band already has a huge fan base, and it was good for us. It's good for any band.
Right.
They're ready to be signed, and we waited, and we came with ammunition, if you will, with a big fan base, and so our labels more seriously, and they let us have complete creative control over our albums, and it's great.
So what's the difference between you guys what is a label doing for you guys that you guys can do on your own? You know what I mean?
Distribution for one.
Yeah.
They fund a lot of stuff. We work with amazing producers because of them.
True.
Right.
I can't really fork out $35,000 to
Right.
to record an album.
I hear that.
Anybody
Right.
$5,000 here, 10 there for music videos and stuff like that. So,
And if we do need the tour support, which we're pretty lucky, we
Now, do they
play on
help
the
you
road.
with tour support?
They will help us if we need it.
Oh, that's cool.
Century Media has been really good for us. Like Carla said, we have full creative control. They let us do what we want. The great thing about waiting, what was it, 3 years till after we started to sign and put out an album is that we knew where we were going. We knew our target audience. We knew how to get there.
Absolutely.
And so they saw that we knew what we were doing. And they're like, all right, so we'll just fund it. You go out and play.
That's cool.
Now I have a question. Is it the fact that maybe one of you or both of you have like some kind of marketing experience or business sense?
I did.
Besides,
I lettered in business. No,
See?
but business for us was the easy thing. I also graduated with a degree in advertising. So you learn all these things in college,
That does help.
and you know how to market things and to the correct amount of people. What we didn't expect though, which is the biggest surprise and the nicest surprise, is the young girl fan base.
Nice.
Had no idea.
So
We had absolutely no idea that we would influence young girls the way that we do, and it is beautiful. Love
That
it.
is
Well,
cool.
I can tell you, our listeners, because it's brand new around here, because there's not many stations that can play your style of music.
Right.
And your bandmates is a huge fan of Meshuggah. My first one was Slipknot, and Meshuggah is my second.
Yeah,
And then
that's
Slayer
Henry.
and Iron Maiden. It's
Yeah.
crazy because now you have that listener base. So we're new to you guys. Our listeners are new to you guys.
Yeah.
And they're digging it, yeah.
They're
like,
digging
holy
it. They're
shit!
not
Love
going
our new
nuts.
album because we've got a lot of Meshuggah, Slipknot.
Yeah, I
and
was
the
listening. I
old
listened to
school
it a
metal
bunch today. I was like,
bands as
holy
well.
shit!
There's some really cool stuff on our new album that people are gonna love.
Yeah.
That's
New
awesome.
on bring some of that thrash, but real experimental metal. You call them math metal if you want. Finally got to go in there and just dig into that because he loves it.
Yep.
And he sat in a little studio for months just plucking away at his guitar, thinking of different, he would play
That's
something
awesome.
and he would tear it apart and he'd play it again and tear it apart and then brought it to the band, and then we were like, let's tear it apart again and put
Yeah,
it back
that's the way to do it.
together.
Excuse me, right?
Yeah, and it came out really well, and we're really excited. And it's a cool thing that you notice that influence, because
Yes.
that's a huge influence.
That
for
is
us.
huge because you don't normally see that around here. Meshuggah came out back when Metal Fortress very first aired, and that's 2006, 2005.
Yeah, they've been around.
They've been around.
Well, I think it's even been like 20-something years
Yeah.
that they've been around, and
Me and Henry went to a Meshuggah concert together like over a decade ago.
Yeah.
That's how we became friends.
It's a long
We both
time.
liked
It's a
metal.
very long time because, but the awareness of them is probably about 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not many people recognized it until 10 years ago, and then
Yeah.
they started getting into it, and
Yeah.
I was one of them
Their
too.
story's
so.
really cool too, like that.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
you guys finding you're getting more like radio, internet? What are you seeing that's more? Is it more internet stuff that's being played for you guys, or is it FM channels? Satellite?
Radio, internet radio. Obviously, some of our stuff is too heavy to be on active rock radio.
Right.
Although we do have a couple songs that may end up on active rock radio off of our new album, but we don't shoot for that necessarily. We shoot.
Yeah, I noticed
to
that.
make,
I read a couple of articles
metal,
about
Yeah, we
that.
just want to make a
You guys are like, I love what I love, and that's it. Take it or leave it.
I worked in FM radio for 5 years, and for me, that was. It's great, but it's a dying breed. It
Yep.
really is.
It is.
And internet radio and satellite radio, iTunes radio, anything you can turn on Google radio.
Yeah, right.
And it's taking over.
Yeah, it is.
The FM radio is fading out, but it is still prevalent and it is important. That's
Right.
You can reach a fan base that you wouldn't reach otherwise through radio. So
Right.
if we get that play, that's great. I know there's a couple stations around the country that have
We
been
play,
playing.
believe it or not, and that's how we started. We first started out with a college show and just got it. I brought it back since 2006 till 2013, and then said I want to bring it back because things died off here, and I just felt the need to support music like that. So we started that on Tuesdays, 4 to 7 a.m.
Yeah.
We call it the Metal Morning Drive.
Yeah.
And we would get phone calls. It's not enough. It's not enough. We want to hear
Okay.
you 24/7.
Yeah, that's
So,
awesome.
So
I love morning radio. That's what I did forever. There you talk, you wake yourself up with some badass music.
Oh yeah.
All right, Paul.
Very cool.